Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. Today's episode is going to be very fun. It is a huge fabric haul, so let's get right into it. Hello, friends. Well, as you can see, I have quite a fabric haul for you. I think it will be really fun to go through it all. If you want to know where I got all of these fabrics, you're gonna have to watch to the end of the video. I know, I'm one of those creators, but I think it's only fair if I'm going to show you all the fun stuff. You can watch to the end. Just enjoy the fabric haul. And then after said fabric haul, you'll know where I got it all from. I will tell you this though, it is in person. This is not an online store. I did purchase these in person. So I just wanted to be very clear and transparent about that before we get into it and you get very involved and the whole thing. Okay, so let's do the haul. Before we get too far into the haul, I did want to show you how old school this place is. This is how they do your fabric. There's no scanning, there's no machines, but they write it all down and they give you these little papers to take to the cash register, and then the person at the cash register tick, 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 taps it all in. Isn't that awesome? I've always put these in my journal. I always have. It just makes me happy. So anyway, okay, so let's get into the haul because that's why you're here. It's kind of hard for me to remember prices or anything. And I will say that some of it is like, wow, that's a steal. And other fabric is like, wow, you paid a lot for a yard of that. If you have specific questions about pricing, feel free to leave them in the comments below because I will have to figure out this form and see, because I'm not entirely sure. Some of them I may remember, but it's going to be a journey for me. So I'll do my best. I'll do my best to compare it with the little ink printed register receipt and then the handwritten form receipt. So, but if you do have a question, let me know. But for now, let's just have fun. I think I'll start with the trim. I always buy trim there because I think they have the best colors. I love this pink. I don't know if it shows up well on your end, but it's just the puffball trim. You know, I put these on my, let me show you. I use these a lot on my junk planners. I just think they look really pretty. This is a really old junk planner. I'm not even sure when this is from. Let's look, shall we? Oh, this was from January 2025, so it's not that old. So that's usually what I use a lot of this puffball trim from. I do have a good amount right now though, so I didn't want to go crazy, but I loved this sort of bubblegum pink moment. It's not too pink, but it's not too dull. It's just right. And then I did get some rickrack that I was needing. I love their rickrack. It's going to be, again, hard for you to see, but it is not like a cotton rickrack. I love it because it's a little bit textured. Therefore, it goes on to your journals or whatever you're making really clean. I absolutely love it. So I needed green because we're doing Christmas in July. I already have red. So I bought this beautiful Christmas green I'm very excited about. And if you already saw the sneak peeks over on my Patreon, I'm also doing a pink version of my journals this year for my Christmas in July. So I needed more of this really pretty pink. I'm also using gold, but I already have that, so I didn't need to buy more. This really pretty blue. I don't know if I need it, but it was such a pretty color. And I love the texture, the ridges, the whole thing that I was just telling you. So this lavender, oh, can you tell that it's textured? It's so good. It's so pretty. And then I couldn't resist this hot pink moment for my sticker books. I think it'll look really pretty going on to a black sticker book composition book cover. So I couldn't resist. So we got that too. So those were the trims that I picked up. I do have some lace. I'll show you right now. Those are the trims that I picked up. I could have gotten more. They have walls and walls and walls. But I was already getting so much that it seemed a little bit silly to just keep piling on. Okay. I also got lace, and the most beautiful part about this lace is that it's stretchy lace. So you can use it as trim, but you can also use it if you want to make a closure. I know I have some journals with this closure. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so here's one, and this has been stuffed on my shelf back here for a minute. So, but I use it just as a closure for my journal. This is my dog journal. All my foster dogs and my dogs are all in here. Isn't that cute? Yeah. Dodger was my very first dog that we rescued, and he passed away. And I think Stacy gave me this little Snoopy. Anyway, that's just a charm. But I love a like sort of stretchy lace moment to go around a journal. So that's usually how I use that. Although my plans for this is to use it as trim. So I bought pink stretchy. And then I also bought red stretchy because I sort of want to do a more traditional Christmas junk journal for Christmas in July. And then maybe a pink one. I don't know. I'm still kind of playing around with it. I don't know. Okay, so those are the trims. We're going to put those out of the way, and then we're just going to get right into the fabric. I think I bought 2 yards of everything. I think I might have gotten the end of bolt of some because there wasn't quite 2 yards, but I think in general I said 2 yards of everything. Oh, okay, I can't figure this out. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, so why am I this way? Okay, I'm just trying to make it all work for you. Okay, so first and foremost, and again, if you have questions about like pricing, please leave that in the comments because I literally don't have a clue. I actually just got home from the fabric store. So I don't want to like take the time to like figure it all out and then, you know, anyway. Okay, so the first one, and probably my favorite, this was literally the first one that I put into my cart. I love it. It's so beautiful. There's something about the Kelly green with the flowers. I may make this the fabric for Patreon next month, although I have a few others that I've already said that about. Maybe I'll hang on to this one. I don't know, you guys. I just love it. So that's the green with the flowers. This one was so cute and so whimsical. There's like elephants, lions, little hot air balloons, octopuses. It's just so cute. It's like doodling. It's so sweet that I had to get it. I think it's really, really cute. And at the end, I'll show you a little bit how I use fabric as like journal covers, but also how I use them in like smaller ways too. But okay, the next 2 are some of my favorites because they're Halloween. And you know how I feel about Halloween, everyone. What? Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, it looks kind of like Jack from Return to Oz. Isn't that sweet? So I don't know if I would use this as like a full journal, or if I would just cut him out and maybe put him on a cover. I love that, but look at how good it goes with this one. What? Little haunted house with pumpkins. The little witch in the moon. But I love how they kind of go together, but also kind of contrast. Who's excited for Halloween? I got Halloween and Christmas, so I really loved these. And I will say that these were probably, this one and there's a Santa one were probably 2 of the more expensive fabrics. But I had to have them, especially now because fabric is so hard to find these days, which is so sad. So I love that. This one was a more affordable one, but I thought it was so pretty. They're like, can you see? I don't know. They're like tiny little flowers, like roses. And I actually think they would be really complimentary for Christmas going all the way into Valentine's Day. So I really love this one. Okay, this next one is actually my favorite Christmas one. And again, I'm pretty certain it was like one of the more expensive ones. But it's dreamy, you guys. Look at this. What are we thinking? Oh, is it upside down? What are we thinking so far? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the sketch vibe. There's bells. There's his little sleigh. Oh my goodness. This might be my December daily print because I just love it. I just think it's so beautiful. Let me know if you love that sort of like really classic Christmas. I think, and then to contrast it with like a really neat sort of green print, I think would be really cool. Let me know what you think. I love that. Okay, this next one is really great. I got a lot of it because I think it would be really neat for my daughter. She's a teacher. So I don't know, we might even put it on her board. I'm not entirely sure yet. I also have a fabric tier. It's totally full right now over on Patreon. So a lot of these will also be going to them. Just so you know. Oh, what was that? I don't know what that was. Anyway, but I love the crayons. I love that it was on blue. I actually think this would be a really cute journal too. It's hard. Okay, have that one. This next one I really love, and I know some of you will too. It's strawberries with little daisies and clovers. I love strawberries, but I also like a very sort of untraditional strawberry print. I have another one in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I just love it. I think it's really interesting, and I love the color. I think it's really pretty. And I love this plaid. There's a part of me that thinks my next journal should just be a cute plaid. And that's kind of why I got this. I thought this is just kind of sweet. Like, I feel like this could take me all the way through Christmas. But then when I saw these two together, I was like, oh my goodness, imagine this on the main part of the journal and this on the spine with some pretty like strawberry or daisy rickrack. Would you guys like that? If you guys see prints that you think would be really neat contrasting journal covers together, let me know, because I would love to hear it. Leave them in the comments. I really love that. And also let me know if you like this kind of video. It's going to just be me long and chatty, long-winded talking here on YouTube. But I'm sort of hoping you like this, because I like kind of being able to just talk to the camera and talk to you. I think it's really fun. So let me know what you think. Let me know. I'm asking you all these questions, so you can just comment throughout the video. I do that. Raise your hand if you do that. Do you do that? Like, I find myself on TikTok when I'm watching like other creators or my friends' TikToks. If it's long, I'm just commenting the whole time. They're talking and I'm commenting, and I'm always like, I'm so sorry there's like 4 comments from me, because I'm commenting like this is alive. But I think they don't care. They're always like, no, that's great. This one made me think of Stacy. Isn't it cute, Stacy? It's like a little farm. Let me know if you want some, Stacy. I don't know. I figured like a little farm journal. Isn't that cute? There's little horses too. Oh, I thought this was so sweet. And I love that it's like a cream color, because something I always look for in fabric is I don't love white fabric, especially like, even if it has a print on it and it's white, it's just not something I gravitate towards. I don't know. I don't like white in my journal either. So I love that it was on a really pretty cream. I love the colors. So let me know what you think. I'm trying to keep these really nice because they did such a good job. This next one, I don't know if anybody else will like this one the way I like it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The teddy bears. He's on like a little chair. And he has like a little hat that's like a little, kind of the way you would make like a little boat out of paper. Oh my gosh, with the little hearts. I am so smitten with this fabric when I saw it. There's like, this is like a fabric warehouse, and there's just like aisles and aisles and aisles, like as far as the eye can see. When I saw this, there was like 3 people with carts, and you better believe I literally left my cart. I went over, like I was like weaving and bobbing in the aisles. I was like, that's going to be mine. That's going to be mine. Cause a lot of it, there's a lot of dead stock. It's like, it's such a great place. But a lot of these different fabrics, if you don't get it, it's gone. Like they're not restocking. They're not bringing it back. And so if you see it and you like it, you better get it, because the chances of it coming back are usually slim to none. And I know that from experience, and it's not fun. It's not fun to go back and be like, oh, I'm finally coming back for that fabric I think I need. It's gone, and it ain't never coming back. Oh, but this teddy bears. So I don't know what I got this for. Maybe my next journal. We'll see. Oh, this next one I love too. 1, 2, 3. I mean, who doesn't love apples, and who doesn't love pink, and who doesn't love daisies? This is like such an overall win-win. And I love that the apples look like red delicious apples. Can you see? Oh, this one is dreamy. So stinking cute. And then this is the other strawberry print that's kind of like an unconventional strawberry print. So I hope you enjoy this one too. I love it because it's a little bit more like abstract. But I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for an abstract strawberry shortcake moment. I mean, it's not strawberry shortcake, but I guess my brain always goes to strawberry shortcake. Isn't that really cute? Okay, so that was like the first pile. Let me make space here for the second pile, because you guys, we're only like halfway done. Okay, second pile. Who's bored? Are you bored? Are you enjoying it? I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know. I feel like we're at like the halftime show though. All right, I love this. To me, this gives like mid-century modern. I think it's really neat. Look at how cute even like the like branding is. How cute is that? I actually have prints from this same line that I bought a few months ago. I haven't used them yet. I think they're for next month though. See, I keep saying that. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, if you're wondering, my theme for next month over on Patreon, July is Christmas in July, and then August is going to be California Dreamin'. And it has like a really neat sort of old Hollywood, vintage Los Angeles, California vibe. So I'm excited. But isn't that really neat? Okay, love her. This is kind of more of a, just an old print that they've always had. I love it. I tend to pick it up when I'm there. I think it would make the dreamiest journal ever. Although, ask me if I've ever made a journal using it. I don't remember. I have been shopping at the store probably for the better part of 20 years. And I'm sure it's been there much longer than that. Isn't that neat? I love it. This next one is Dreamy, and there isn't a full 2 yards, but I took everything that they had. It's parasols. It's parasols. Oh, look at how cute. Little closed parasols, little open parasols. I think it's so cute. To me, it gives Hello Dolly vibes. And I think it is precious. Who else is a fan of the parasols? I will probably save this till next year, like in the spring, but there's not very much. So I'm going to have to like hoard it. I love it though. Parasols. I've always wanted to have like a parasol theme. I love it. This one's really cute. It kind of screams 80s to me. And they only had these 2 pieces left, and I think they were 1.5 yards each, meaning I have 3 yards here. But to me, they look like something you'd see in like an 80s bedroom, like a child's 80s bedroom, which I'm here for. And like I said, I usually am not drawn to the white, but I think this would be really cute, like as like a spine cover almost. So anyway, I have 2 of those. They're in 2 pieces, which is fine with me because that's like the way I use them. Cute, love it. That was a very affordable one. So this was another affordable one. Again, I just sort of love the vibe. I love a checked gingham moment. And this is like pink and red. And so that I feel like this would be a really pretty, just a nice little basic journal cover. And then maybe with like some teal, like stretchy lace around it. Wouldn't that be pretty? Just very sweet. Yeah. Would anybody want to see like a basic collection? I always feel like it would be really neat to do a Patreon sort of theme just called like Back to the Basics. What are we thinking? Raise your hand if you like that. I feel like I'm just using this whole episode as like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So answer those questions. Let me know. But I love that one. So yeah, Back to the Basics. I think that would be really neat. This one is so cute, and I think it's perfect for like an autumn moment. What do you guys think? Let me open it a little bit. Isn't that cute? Skunks and raccoons and owls, mushrooms, leaves. I think it's really sweet. The skunk is my favorite for obvious reasons. I love skunks. So, well, I love Flower from Bambi, and he's a skunk. So anyway, I really love that, and I thought it would be really cute, like going into the autumn months. Very cute. There's that one. Oh, we're getting into Christmas vibes over here. Okay. I love this one, and I'm going to tell you why. It's Christmas, and it's like inside a Christmas tree, and I'm going to tell you why I love this one so much. Do you guys remember that old Disney cartoon with Mickey and Pluto, and it's like Chip and Dale in the Christmas tree, and there's like that iconic shot. It's a cartoon, obviously. And it's like Chip and Dale in the Christmas tree, and they're like looking at the bulbs, and it's like really just like nostalgic. The tree is perfect with bulbs and like lights, and it just like screams vintage Halloween, vintage Christmas. Right when I saw this, to me that looked like a glimpse into that cartoon. I don't know, that's how my brain is. Does anybody else do that? But I loved it, and I loved that it was pink. I just loved everything. To me, it screams that Disney sort of vintage Christmas, and I loved it. So I'm very excited about that one. For sure, some of these Christmas prints will be in the fabric tier bundles this month, since it's Christmas in July though. So anybody on the fabric tier will get a little extra Christmas bump. They'll be ready to go for Christmas time. Okay, so there's that one. I love this one. To me, this is so beautiful. The candles. I love candles, and there was something about this to me that seems almost like very like vintage, like sort of Mexicana retro, which I love. I think I might do a patchwork quilt sort of vibe for my December daily this December. And maybe I can just use like little pieces of all of them, because I really love this. So I'll save a little bit, a little piece, a little moment for myself. Okay, we're going to break away from Christmas really quick. I have sold this before in the past, I think. I love it. It's like a vintage Snow White sort of vibe. not Disney. Junior Elf. This is like the Junior Elf Snow White. Isn't she pretty? I love her. I love this kind of fabric because not only can you use it if you just want to do like a whole journal or like a spine, or you could even cut it out and you can like put that on the cover of a journal, or you could even use like fabric stiffener. I'm sure I have a tutorial here. I know I have one over on TikTok. You can like stiffen that and then cut it out and like just glue it on top of like a paper cover even for like a nice textured tactile feel. Anyway, I love her. Yeah, so this is like a Junior Elf storybook fabric, and I love that. So whenever they have this, they don't always have this, so I haven't seen it in the longest time, so I was excited, so I grabbed that. Okay, and then the last few are Christmas, so let's just get right into it. I love this one because I love Christmas lights. I love Christmas lights, and I just thought this was so sweet. The thing I loved most about this fabric was that I feel like the colors were like not traditional, which to me was interesting. Like I think sometimes I'm always drawn to traditional, but when I see a non-traditional sort of Christmas vibe, I get excited, and it can be very inspiring. So I love that there's like a pink and like a minty, and I love that it's on like a periwinkle instead of like a traditional red or green. So I thought that was interesting. So we got that. And then this one's really cute. This is very traditional. It's just like little vintage style stockings. And I just think that one's really cute. I just think it's sweet. I think it would be great on a spine. It's really pretty. And then this last one is adorable because it reminds me of those little 80s velvet teddy bears. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Little Santa hats. Isn't that precious? Oh my gosh. I just think it's the cutest ever. Little teddy bears. Okay, so let me show you. This is my current personal journal. All of this vintage fabric is vintage. It was gifted to me from my friend Faylene. But this is what one of my fabric journals looks like. So that's what I would use a lot of this for. Sometimes even on a paper journal, I will put a fabric spine. So sometimes I'll just use a strip of it even, and that will be sort of a tactile moment on some of my paper journals. I do love doing that. I also will use them as embellishments. I'll cut them up. You can make snippets. You could make really neat ties to go around your junk planners. If you're not a sewer, you can cut strips out and just a long strip. It could be a tie for your journal. I do that all the time too. So I use fabric in a variety of ways in my process over here. So you might be thinking, what do you need all that fabric for? Well, for starters, like everybody else, since Joann's is no longer around, I haven't gone fabric shopping in months, literally months. I think the last time I went to Joann's, it had like, there wasn't even really anything on sale. That's the last time I bought any fabric. So the reality is this was sort of my big purchase for probably to get me through the end of the year, both making journals, and I also send some as deliverables for my Patreon because like I said, there's a fabric tier. So if you're wondering like, why did you buy all of that? That's why. But then I was actually almost going to end the video and I forgot to tell you where it's all from. Okay, so if you were wondering where I purchased all of this lovely fabric, it is from a store called M&L Fabrics. It's here in Southern California, and like I said, unfortunately, there is no online store. They do have a website, but it's just informational. I literally went on there to see, like, can you purchase, can you do anything before I made this video? And unfortunately, it just seems to be like an informational website. I even had Steve, Mr. Thrifty Day. I said, can you see, am I missing something? Like, because I want people to be able to shop if they can. And he said, yeah, no, we both were looking. And it's unfortunately just kind of like saying where they are. So it's called M&L Fabrics. If you do live in Southern California, I highly recommend, if you are somebody who sews or uses fabric or make Christmas stockings or need to make Christmas presents, they have a whole variety of fabric. Everything you can think of, from fleece to lace to just cotton blends. And it's just a really big fun store. They also do have notions. So yeah, it's pretty much a fabric buyer's dream. So it's called M&L Fabrics, and it is here in Southern California. And unfortunately, there is no online store. I wish there was, but there's not. But if you ever find yourself in Southern California, I guess you know where you're going, right? Anyway, so let me know which one was your favorite. If you did want to know about pricing, again, leave it in the comments because I'm not going to try to figure it all out because I don't know if anybody would even be like interested. So let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning, thank you. I hope you know how much I appreciate that you come back to my channel. Like, that means so much to me. So have a really good one. And I will see you all on Journal Talk Tuesdays, every Tuesday here on YouTube at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.